So here I am again with my best friend, my friend Tony. I came by to drop off some metal pieces for you so you can take it to the scrapyard. Now you were telling me something about someone stole something from you, right?
Yes, they stole my chessboard, which is my really only source of entertainment. I set up the chessboard, and anybody that walks by that wants to play, that knows how to play, they play. So that was pretty much my only source of entertainment. I don't have a radio. I mean, my friends have radios, but they're not always here. So, yes, I got my chessboard stolen. But what they did is they opened up, the chessboard was a box that closed up and opened up into a chessboard. So all they did was steal the chessboard. They left all the pieces. I counted them. They're all there. All 32 of them.
I take it you didn't see when this happened, right?
Of course not.
Oh.
Otherwise there'd be a crime scene.
You know, I cannot understand why people would do something like that. Especially, Tony, from you, you have almost nothing, right? I have
everything I own is in that shopping cart.
And for them to come and steal the few little tiny possessions.
The only thing that really gives me happiness is playing chess.
And they stole that from you.
They stole it. They also stole my Rubiks Cube.
Oh.
Which I like too.
Uh-huh.
Because I like puzzles. I like competitive things like that.
Right. Well, I'm going to try and find you some board games or card games.
I'm going to take a piece of cardboard and a marker. All I need is a black marker.
Okay, I can do that.
I can find something straight so I can draw the straight lines.
Uh-huh.
And use the black marker to make the black spaces. 8 by 8, 64 squares.
Uh-huh.
And that'll be fine. I mean, I'll use a pizza box if I have to. Fine with me.
Now, Tony, you said somebody gave you a journal, right?
Yes. The guy that lets me sleep here on his property, he gave me a notebook and a pen and a bag to put it in so it doesn't get wet. And I started journaling last night, about 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock at night?
About 10 o'clock at night, maybe 10:30. But that's when the Mexican restaurant was closing. And the Mexican restaurant people that I know very well, they brought me out some food. So I got some food.
Uh-huh.
And I fed some of it to the cat that's been hanging around with us lately. It's a stray cat.
Oh.
It was shredded chicken.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't spicy at all.
Uh-huh.
So I fed some of it to the cat.
So you said the owner of the Mexican restaurant, they put food out for you?
No, they bring it out to me
they take
and hand it to me.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Sometimes it's leftovers, like somebody calls in a phone order and doesn't pick it up.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes they'll just make fresh food for me.
Uh-huh.
But nevertheless, they take good care of me. And I've been to Mexico, so I know how Mexicans live. And you gotta help each other out. It's the only way to do it.
Now, what were you journaling?
I could read it to you, but I don't have it with me. It was journaling about the chessboard and waiting for the scrapyard to open.
Uh-huh.
Because Sundays are very bad for me because I'm an alcoholic.
Uh-huh.
And the scrapyard is not open.
Uh-huh.
So unless I get really lucky, I don't get any alcohol. And that's normally when I eventually have to go to the hospital. So I don't want to go to the hospital because of alcohol withdrawals.
Okay.
So, you know, normally I'll figure some way to do it. And And they say that alcoholics are pretty much geniuses at figuring out how to get alcohol.
Now, Tony, how long have you been an alcoholic?
Approximately 30 years.
30 years.
Ever since Pulp Fiction came out, the movie Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction?
I think it was 1995.
Uh-huh, yeah. So you get withdrawals?
Yes, I get.
If you don't have the liquor, right?
I have seizures. I don't do the liquor. I just drink beer.
So you actually have seizures if you don't get any?
Correct. But there is a drug. There's a drug that they give me as soon as I get to the hospital called Ativan. It's a benzodiazepine drug, and benzodiazepine drugs are in the same class as Valium.
Uh-huh.
So that calms your nerves down.
Okay.
It stops the muscle twitches.
Uh-huh.
And when you're twitching like that, when you're going through withdrawals, it's not just your outside muscles that are twitching and shaking. It's your inside muscles too. And one of the inside muscles is your heart.
Uh-huh.
And that's why you can die from alcohol poisoning.
Right.
It's because your heart seizes up.
Mm-hmm.
Or your diaphragm seizes up.
Now, Tony, have you ever tried to quit?
Not really.
No?
No. I'm not trying to commit suicide with it, but all I'm saying is I'd rather not go without it.
Right. So you drink how many days a week?
Every
day?
Every day. Whether it's some concoction I make out of hand sanitizer, or beer, or liquor, it doesn't matter.
Now you mentioned hand sanitizer. How do you do that?
Well, I saw it one time online, and I didn't believe it. But apparently, if you take Purell hand sanitizer and put a little bit of salt in it.
Salt in it?
Salt, just a little bit of table salt. Not much at all. Like one of those little packets you get at the restaurant.
Right.
You pour that in there, and it turns it from a gel to a liquid. And then you strain it through some sort of coffee filter or other filter.
Uh-huh.
And it's 70% alcohol, and that considers 140 proof. 140 proof liquor. Because the proof is double the amount of alcohol per volume. So that's how you do that.
Now you said on Sundays sometimes you end up at the hospital, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And they have to give you some kind of medication?
Yes, Ativan.
Okay. And then once you take that, are you feeling better?
It calms you down right away.
Okay.
You stop your shakiness, and it calms you down right away. What it does, it acts upon the same receptors in your brain that alcohol does. They're called the alpha receptors. So the alcohol sticks to the alpha receptors, and your body's not going through withdrawal anymore because it's fulfilled. It actually fulfills your need for alcohol. And that's why they never give you a prescription for it. It's because it probably would be very addictive, just like Valium used to be back in the 60s.
Now, you've been in several of my videos already, and you're always so open to sharing your story, and you've talked a lot about your past. Now, what would you like to see for your future?
I have a friend that gave me a sleeping bag, and he also gave me his name, address, and phone number, and he's going to let me stay the winter with him if I need to.
And he's here locally?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
He's very local.
Now, Tony, you say you have this alcohol problem, right?
It's not a problem unless I run out.
Right. And what do you want people to know about someone like yourself that has this?
I want people to know that it says on the side of the beer can that it may cause health problems, and I'm going to tell them what. If they want to lose their toes and go through withdrawals that could kill them and be in the hospital for a long time, go ahead and keep drinking as much as you want. But if you don't want to, cut back. Don't get hooked on alcohol. Do not get hooked. Smoke weed.
Now, in a previous video, you mentioned about your toes, that you lost your toes.
Yes, I'll show you.
Did you lose them because of an illness?
No, I lost them because yes, osteomyelitis.
Oh my goodness. All of your toes.
Yeah.
Oh, let me look. Your toes, they're all gone. Now...
They still hurt even though they're not there.
Uh-huh.
It's called ghost pains.
Uh-huh.
They told me that I would have that.
And then your other foot, you also have a missing toe, right?
Yes, missing big toe.
And it's from the same thing, right?
Yes, osteomyelitis.
Uh-huh.
It's a bone infection.
Uh-huh.
It's because I was walking so much one winter, and I got a blister on the end of my big toe on this foot.
Uh-huh.
And I just ignored it, and it hurt really bad, but it got infected with I don't know what you call it, but it got infected, and it spread into the bone, and it spread from bone to bone to bone to bone, and then it spread to my other foot.
Oh, wow.
So I was worried that it was going to spread to other parts of my body.
Uh-huh.
I had 3-4 operations to get rid of it. I think they finally did. But
so, Tony, where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
happy.
Happy? Oh. What does happy look like to you?
Well, the definition of happy could change very, very frequently. Right now I'm happy.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, I don't know. What is happy for you?
Happy for me is doing my ministry work with the homeless.
No?
You know, Tony, coming out here and visiting with you and bringing you things, that is happy to me.
That is good. That's good. That's good.
That brings me a lot of joy.
One day I lived downtown at the loft apartments, which are way too expensive. I lived there, and this guy was always trying to bum change from us. And I wasn't homeless back then, obviously. I had an apartment. So I went downstairs, and my buddy and I were parked in a parking lot at the bar. And we're drinking beer. And this guy knocks on the window and wants to bum change from us. I'm like, okay. So I got out of the car and sat in the back seat. He sat in the front seat. No, he sat next to me in the back seat. I gave him a $50 bill. And he just put it in his pocket without looking at it. Because it's rude to like count the money when someone gives you money. When you're panhandling. It's rude. You know, you don't count it. You wait, and then when they leave, then you count it. But it was a $50 bill, and I had it folded up where it looked like a 5. So I told the guy, I gave him a beer too. He was drinking it. I was like, did you look at what I gave you? He's like, no. I said, that was a $50 bill, man. He pulls it out and unfolds it, and there's General Grant. I was like, see, I give back. I give back when I can. Right now, I'm taking back. I'm doing my best. Doing my best at the government.
And Tony, I just want to tell you, you know, I've known you for a little bit, right? And I just want you to know that I truly, from the bottom of my heart, I love you, okay?
I love you too.
Because you're so sweet. Every time I come, you always greet me with a smile and you welcome me into your home. And home for you is out here in the elements.
Yes. Home is always out here, and last night was a beautiful night too.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't very hot.
Now you said you used to live in an actual apartment at one time.
Several different times.
But you're much happier out here, right?
Right now, until it gets cold.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. Right now I'm much happier out here.
Uh-huh.
I have much more freedom.
Right. Well, Tony, sweetie, I want to thank you for talking to me again. You've been in a few of my videos, and I appreciate your willingness to share with the world your story.
That's what I'm doing while I'm writing my memoirs. I'm going to share my story.
Oh, and listen, when you're done, I want to read it, okay?
I'll make photocopies.
What would you call your memoir?
I don't know yet. I know how it starts off.
How does it start off?
I've already written it. It's a quote. It's a quote from Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Thompson. It says, "He who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man."
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know. Hunter S. Thompson was a good writer.
Uh-huh. Oh. So any last words, Tony?
The end.
The end. Sounds pretty good, huh? All right, sweetie. I love you.
Thank you.
And God willing, I'll be able to come back in about a week, okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetie.
I figured you would be by today.
Yeah, I know.
I just had a feeling in the bottom of my heart. I'm like, Grace is going to come here.
And you were right.
And this is yours.
And we're right here in front of this, it's an empty building, right? It's a beautiful building.
Yeah, it's from the 1800s.
1800s.
Or 1920s or something.
It's a beautiful building. Okay, sweetie, thank you, all right?
This is yours, I think.
Oh, okay. Some of the snacks I brought with me. And I already gave you some, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sweetie.
They're over there.
Okay. Bye-bye, sweetie.
Bye-bye.